One of the most challenging things that you'll ever do is actually just push record or push live. I've been working on it this morning so much, trying to get TikTok live, which we will, but we're live on Instagram. So good morning to you. Happy Friday. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal day because it is my wife's birthday today. And I just wanted to say a huge shout out to her. She probably won't listen to the podcast. She generally, very seldom does. But I wanted to tell her, happy birthday, Brooke. You are absolutely amazing. I love you so much. You say nice things, you smell nice, and you're super hot, and you're super intelligent, and I love you more than anything in the entire world. Well, this is another episode of You Have to Meet My Friends, where I go live and I call my friends randomly, and we're live on TikTok, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Substack, and we're live on Instagram. So if you do have my phone number, you can actually call in, and then that way you could surprise me. But I had a young lady. I've had a absolutely incredible week. We just did a episode with Craig Gottlieb yesterday, and it was so much fun because it's called the History Box. And what the History Box is he's the World War II memorabilia expert in the world, like artifacts, things like that. And we do this show called the History Box. And he brings in a World War II ammunition box. I have no idea what it is or what's happening with it. But we open it up, and the artifacts inside are unbelievable. Yesterday, it blew my mind. You'll have to watch the episode. It was great. They're at minute 38. You'll have to watch for 2 minutes. There's a little surprise in there too. I won't tell you the surprise, but I'll know if you were watching because you'll text me or call me or anything like that. So message us on Instagram, message us on YouTube, Substack, Spotify, because this will be up. But let's get into the show because this one is probably one of my I have so many favorites just because like the History Box series that we're doing is incredible. Craig blows me away. Let's see, one of the first ones that we had one of the very first revolvers ever made. We had a book from Copernicus, like an original text. It was crazy to be able to have it here in the studio. Yesterday, we had artifacts that I tell you, it brought tears to Craig's eyes yesterday, and we just had the discussion, which I thought was incredible. So one of my friends, too, I just got a chance to be able to interview the manager of the Jungle Brothers. And the Jungle Brothers was a incredible group that was at the foundation of hip-hop. And when I say hip-hop, the golden age of hip-hop, this was one that was, I think, one of my favorite groups of all time. And they started what's called the Native Tongue, and the Native Tongue is brought on De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest, Moni Love, Queen Latifah, Black Sheep, and many other artists. But they were the foundation of that and that golden age of hip-hop. So I got a chance to be able to hang with the manager, which is Aimee, and DanceMusicDiva. And we're going to call her right now because she told me that there was things that on the podcast that she wishes that she would have said. She's in New York City right now, too. And in New York City, they're happy because the Knicks.
Hey, Kelly.
How are you doing, Aimee?
I'm actually in the middle of getting a tattoo.
You are. Well, I just wanted to tell you that you're live on the podcast right now, and I wanted to tell you hello. Thank you so much. I know you got to go because you're getting a cool tattoo, but it's funny. I was just talking about you because the guy that's tattooing me, I would love for you to put him on the podcast. That's easy. That's as easy. Can I say hello to him right now?
You're on speaker.
Okay.
How are you?
How are you doing, buddy? What's your name?
I'm doing good. My name's Nick. I can't believe she just asked me that. How are you? How's everything?
Nick, you're amazing, man. Now, what tattoo are you doing right now? What can we reveal it?
Sure. I mean, that's up to Aimee
It's
here.
his creation. I just said something to do with music, and he's just surprising me.
It's a cover up basically, and we're just we already did half of it. And see what now we're throwing the other half on. She could probably send you a photo after.
That's
So
awesome.
it's kind of hard to explain, but it's super colorful, vibrant. It's gonna be awesome. It's a
Well,
cool piece.
Nick, where are you at? Are you in Brooklyn? Are you in New York City, or where are you at?
Manhattan, 18th Street,
Right
Manhattan
on.
Tattoos. I opened it up like 6 years ago now. Yeah.
So Nick at Manhattan Tattoos. If you want a tattoo, guys, you got to go down that way.
Yeah, but he's
I
got,
appreciate that
he's
shout out.
got
I'm
so much
excited.
other
Thank
stuff going on, like with AI and all this other stuff. Like, you'll be amazed by what he's got going on.
Oh, I could talk your ear off about any of that stuff. Yeah, I got a lot for you.
I'm excited, man. Well, it was cool, Nick, because you heard right now, I've got a show. It's called You Have to Meet My Friends, where I go live and I call people randomly, and they don't know they're on the podcast till they're on the podcast. And to be able to have...
Oh, my God. Are you serious? Like, really on a podcast?
I'm serious. You're live right now on Instagram, YouTube, Substack. You're going to be on Spotify, so this will be on later, too. So
That's dope though, because that gets like the person in the moment, like not scripted. You know what I mean? That's really cool because you're just kind of putting them on, like boom. That's what he said that.
Oh my God, I thought he was kidding.
No, that's why I was like, you just gave me that shout out. I appreciate it.
Well, get this, Aimee. The other day, number one, your episode was fire. Nick, I don't know if you got the opportunity to listen to your queen there that's in front of you, but
no, I want to. She was telling me about it. I haven't had a chance to do anything with my life.
I mean, dropping fire about the industry. And then she told me, Aimee, you were like, there's so many other things that I wanted to say. What were some of those things that you wanted to say?
She was just telling me this, legit.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Go ahead, Aimee. Now's your chance.
I mean, you know what? Now I have no. You put me on the spot, so I don't know. But one of them is that number one is when I said that if you buy a Jay-Z ticket for $1,000, you should support your friend's business or your friend's merch, not. I didn't just mean Jungle Brothers, because if you're supporting and buying a Jay-Z ticket, you should support your friend's business or your friend's merch or your friend's stuff.
I get what you're
That's what I meant to say.
Well, I think it's so funny because anytime that you're and being in this business for a while, and anytime you get done with the interview, anything like that, I think there's a lot of coulda, shoulda, woulda stuff. But from the audience standpoint, us listening to you and I tell you, people have been continued to message. Nick, I want to tell you, I called Aimee the other day and said that I need to shut her down from my social media because my phone is pinging so much. Because posting anything about her.
Well, I mean, once you know her, she's awesome. I mean, clearly you get it. It's just, it's what she just said. She cares about people. It's not just money or fame or any of that crap. It's the actual person and the people and the community around you and that you're supporting by doing all the stuff that you're doing and everything.
And it's funny, he's going to Vegas in June for a client.
Oh yeah, one of our clients is flying us out.
Yeah, for tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, for tattoo. That's where he's at.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. He's been doing my tattoos for how long? Like 12 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 12, 13, 14, whatever it is years. He's the best tattoo artist ever.
I'm going to chime something in because you know what? You're on the call. This is what she was just talking about how she was saying if you're going out and you're buying a $1,000 Jay-Z ticket or whatever, just whatever ticket place you're going to, if you can go out and buy that or do that, and the people around you, it doesn't take that much to support them. That's what she's doing right now with me. She's literally putting me on hey, this is Nick, this is my tattoo artist, I've been tattooing for 12 years. She's so kind, but that's who she is, and that's what she's trying to say people should be doing, and it doesn't take a lot to do that.
Absolutely, but I'm not even kidding. But everybody comments on the portrait tattoo on my arm of my late aunt, and when I tell you, it looks like he's staring at me. I have never had a portrait done like he did.
I'm bad at taking compliments, but thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Nick, I think it's interesting too because I think a lot of us have a tough time with compliments because I don't think we receive them enough. And when they're genuine, like what Amy's talking about, when she's speaking life to you, a lot of times, it's just not something natural and normal that happens every day, but it's something that when we do it, it really lights people on fire. Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why it's so important to give those compliments. I love to give people them. I just feel weird taking them because I don't want to let, ego become a thing or inflate or yada yada, however you might see that or explain that.
So
But
Nick,
no, I appreciate it.
Nick, did you know who Aimee was when you first started tattooing her?
No.
I called the shop. I called the shop and said I wanted a tattoo, and he said, "Look at my stuff," and I said, "Yeah, that's fine. I want you to do." I was like his first.
Yeah,
I had tattoo.
This was the first tattoo I did at a official shop back in the day in Hell's Kitchen, and literally the first day I was there,
Wow.
She called and was like, "Hey, I want this big tattoo." It wasn't small either. We were there for what, like fucking 7 hours? 9 hours? Something like that. Yeah, insane big piece.
Yep.
But and then we just hit it off after that. She's just been cool as fuck and just
Yep.
And she always tries to put me on, and I'm so bad with it. I'm always like, "Oh, it's okay." She's always telling everyone about me tattooing.
Yeah. He's when I tell you amazing.
Thank you.
Well, Nick, when did you find out that Aimee was Dance Music Diva and that she was hip hop royalty?
Oh my God, I'm not hip hop royalty. Stop
Yes,
it.
you are.
I don't even. Yeah, you totally are. You got it. You totally are.
But
I don't
Nick,
even.
Do you understand the gravity of
I
it,
don't
though,
know.
Nick?
Like in gravity in what way? Like who I'm tattooing?
Well, I'm just saying, because you understand and you know Aimee, but for all of us, like I called my best friend since 4th grade, Aimee. His name is Will, and Will and I grew up on the Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, all that.
Yeah,
and my friend lost his damn mind because I was talking to Aimee.
Oh yeah, it's fucking awesome. But it's even more awesome when you really get to know her. Honestly, because it's just so it was cool. I got the opportunity to kind of know her before I knew what she was into, and then she told me she used to be a DJ and all that stuff, and then got into the whole music thing and the managing thing and everything. And I was just like, oh shit, that's fucking awesome. But I already kind of knew her, so it wasn't like, oh my God, you know what I mean? It didn't change who she was. It just was like, oh, that's cool as fuck. That's what you're doing. And yeah, that's the best way to explain that.
And then I took him. Him and his wife came to the De La Soul party at Lincoln Center.
That was cool as fuck.
Oh my gosh! Cool. When was that one? When was that one?
In January of 2 years ago. Then they came backstage.
Oh my gosh.
I took them backstage.
And I was awkward as fuck because I'm not like a social person in person. I'm just kind of like, if everyone's there to do their thing, I don't want to intrude and do their thing. She's over here, hey, this is my tattoo artist, and me introducing me to everybody. And I'm just like, yo, I appreciate your music, and just me and my wife are just kind of off to the side, just talking the whole time, chilling. But the show is fucking just awesome. And then getting to see it all and behind the scenes too, such a cool experience. But I can't network for shit. I'm not a networker.
Well, but you're real. That's the cool thing, Nick. When you started off, how did you master your craft? Did you do it? Because there's times where people will say that they tattooed on an orange or they did pigskin or did you just go at it?
I was okay. So long story short, yeah. Long story short, I was getting tattoos. I was kind of over the whole system by this point in my life. I went through a lot of ups and downs and shit. And I hit a point of just fuck it. I just don't really care about anything. The system, I was going to be an architect, all that stuff. And I just gave it all up. And then I was just kind of floating, being like, okay, I don't know what I want to do. And then I was paying people for tattoos. And then they were coming out, cool. But I was like, how hard could this be? It's my designs I'm kind of giving. And I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much, if I want to do something, I figure it out. So I got a kit over 12 years ago now off Amazon, one of those cheap kits. And I went straight to track the skin that came with it. I did 3 tattoos on it. I was like, oh, this is easy. Jumped straight to my leg, fucked my entire leg up. I went so deep. I was limping around my overnight shift after. and posted up on Instagram. Not because it was a marketing thing. It was just, that's just where people posted things at the time. It was just like, oh, cool, look at what I'm doing. It wasn't like, oh my God, come get tattooed by me or anything. But a couple friends saw it and they were like, yo, I'll give you a bag of weed. I'll give you $20. I'll give you whatever it might be for a tattoo. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? But they were like, yeah, it doesn't matter. So I was like, cool. And just kind of never looked back. It just kind of kept on going from there. And one thing led to the next. And here I am. It's pretty crazy.
That's incredible. And here you are flying all over the country and having people, come in. Hey, how are you guys feeling about the Knicks right now?
I don't watch sports.
No sports? What about you, Nick? You watch sports at all?
No sports. I don't watch anything. We just sold our TV, but I have a good feeling about them. I'm hoping,
okay.
Things keep on going. It would be nice. I mean, my name's Nick, so, I'm from New York, and I always just, come on, Knicks, let's go.
Aimee, where's your next travel to? Where are you off to next?
Home to bed.
You are? Okay.
Yeah, home to watch my interview.
Well, you were incredible. Honestly, it was such an honor, and there's a lot of things cooking too. Hopefully.
Okay, cool. We'll get the guys on there too. So we'll talk.
You're awesome. Well, enjoy the tattoo, Nick. It was great meeting you. I appreciate you so much.
Pleasure meeting you.
You guys are awesome.
I appreciate all the compliments and love.
And
yeah, I will definitely set something up.
Okay, Aimee, you're great. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care.
That's what I'm talking about. You get the most random things. That's Aimee, Dance Music Diva. You have to check her out. Let's go. I believe my buddy, which I tried him the other day, and he was working in his backyard. So let's try and get him today and see if my best friend since 4th grade can talk a little sports with me today.
What's up, dude?
What's up, pimp?
What's up?
Chilling.
How you doing?
Good, man.
Are you
Just
doing
logging on?
Are you doing your backyard right now?
Not at the moment.
Okay, good, because you're on the podcast.
Oh man.
Yeah, but the reason why I wanted to have you on this morning, I wanted to get you on video, but I know you're just kind of getting up and logging on. You got to work, but NBA, dude. I was so happy about the Spurs happening yesterday. You were happy too.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it is rampant, the flopping part.
Yeah, it is.
I'm taken back by it. I'm taken back by, I mean, the video that you sent me was youth kids now starting to flop, throw their head back, do all the stuff. And then you're watching it throughout all of basketball. I saw it happen in the WNBA yesterday. And the flopping epidemic, what's your take on it?
I just think it kind of makes the game tougher to watch. I just saw some clips not too long ago of Carmelo Anthony when he was with Denver in a playoff game playing against Kobe. And the way they were defending each other, like, almost looked like a street fight. And I was thinking, like, this right here would, like, get dudes ejected.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting 2 flagrants and getting ejected for playing this kind of defense in today's game. And it was such a striking contrast between what we see in today's game, and there's less, focus on, playing consistently tough defense because, it results in fouls. And, I'd like to see a return to, a more physical, more defensively competitive style of play. And, I don't know how we get to that point, but it'll probably require, people starting to tune out and lose interest.
With that being said, with it going back to Oklahoma City, do you think, I mean, my fear, because it's a home game, my fear is I mean, they let them play a little bit last night. Like on that defensive, that stretch in the third quarter, what was it, 20-2, the run? I mean, the defense was unreal. But also, it's sad for me to say that was letting them play, which was normal defense. But I mean, it was hard defense. My fear is that when they go back to Oklahoma City, that stuff doesn't happen. The ticky-tack happens again. And then we go through, Alexander having 50 free throws, in the game.
Yeah. And I think that if you just look at, the trend overall, it seems as though that's the case. When they play at home, they get all the calls, and when they play away, they don't. In that last home game, SGA had 17 free throws. Last night he had 7.
Yeah.
So, I think that your prediction is, a strong possibility. I don't want to say that that's going to happen, but I know that it's a high probability that it will. And if that is the case, the NBA missed out on a chance to have what would essentially be kind of a finals that's a throwback to the former era. One where 2 physical teams that can score are going to match up. I don't think that you can do anything but let those 2 teams play if they match up.
How do you stop it though?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you and I talked about it a while back, and there was Vlade Divac, which was a big flopper, and when that was happening with them, they actually imposed fines. So they imposed fines and stopped the flopping at that point. Do you impose fines and suspensions on flopping? Can you review? Like, it was in the last game, in Game 5. I mean, seeing one of the Oklahoma City Thunder run into the defender, like just run down the court, run into him, fall down, flop, and then the Spurs get called for the foul. That kind of stuff needs to be reviewed, but it's going to slow down the pace of the game, and it's not like they can review every single play.
Right. Yeah, I think that's where it starts. Increased fines, calling, but I think the current rule is like you could be called for a foul for a flop, but it doesn't seem like that's occurring very often in the playoffs.
Are they calling it a foul, or are they calling it a technical foul?
I'm not sure. It might be a technical. Well, but I haven't seen it called very, very often, if at all.
I mean, to see the guys, which, and it sucks. I think the thing that sucks the most is it transfers down. I mean, I remember when I was coaching, I was coaching Maddox in 2nd grade or something like that, and coaching him in basketball. When Steph was starting to be really prominent, all the kids were jacking up, half quarters or getting to the 3-point line every single time in 2nd grade. You can't even heave the ball that far. Obviously there's positive parts of the pros move down, the game starts to change, things like that. But I was having a conversation with I believe it's Division I. So Division I college coach. And, she coaches women's basketball. And she was telling me, and I told you the story the other day, she was telling me that when she coached in high school, she brought in a stuntman to teach the kids how to amplify contact. How do you feel about that?
Man. Well, I think that that's pretty problematic because, that's essentially, teaching your team how to flop.
Yeah. I just think that there should be some sort of, I mean, you and I joked the other day, and honestly, like, I think there should be a paintball sniper in the stands, And if you flop, bam, you get hit with the paintball, and then it's on your jersey, so so the ref would know that you got the paintball on your jersey, knowing that you have a predisposition to flopping. So I'm going to watch out for you more. And the more shots you got, the more you get called. But I mean, seriously, I just think that they should impose massive fines and they should suspend players for it.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. Because if you look at a lot of people's feedback in this playoffs, that's been one of the biggest complaints, is that the flopping is out of control.
Yeah.
And I would agree with that.
What about the swipe through? Like when you're offensive player and you're swiping through, you're not even trying to score. All you're doing is swiping through to get a foul.
Yeah. Yeah, that's lame too. Like, yeah, it just makes the NBA, hard to watch.
Yeah.
I think we grew up when the last great era of basketball, and the standards that we are used to, at least from a defensive standpoint, are a bit higher. And it just makes me feel like my dad, because I'm always bitching about some shit now. In my day, they would have never called that a foul.
I definitely do feel get off my lawn, but I think I think every generation is justified in their own mind, right? And I'm justified.
Oh, yeah.
I'm justified in my head. I just think like this is ridiculous. The swipe through kind of stuff, those kind of things are ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like I got mad the other day, and this was this was a transition, but I was sitting with my son and I asked him I was like, why is it okay for your boy, like your guys, your friends, to get like lined up like they look like they have bangs? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when did that become okay? When did it become okay to cut off the front edge of your head straight across like one of the Three Stooges, and like it was? And I was talking to my son. He's like, "No, Dad, that's Riz. That's Riz." I was like, "Nah, that ain't. That should not happen." And then the pushback. The pushback. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, I do.
And okay, you were one of the very first people to line up their hairline in my life. Like you had the Eddie Munster and you used to take the Eddie Munster off. I understand it, right? At what age did you take off the Eddie Munster?
I think in the end of 10th grade.
Okay, and I remember it. Like you used to clean it off, and your hairline looked smooth. It was good. But I'm talking about a pushback 3 inches and then have your braids. So you basically have bangs, and then you have your dreads or your braids. What's your feeling on that?
I think it's not a good. I think that every generation there's just a different style, and my urge is to say, oh. Talk a lot of shit. My urge is to do that, but I'm trying to not do so. I will just say that, we are, becoming our dads, dude. And that's, I have to remind myself all the time, because I'm like, man, this music is terrible. And then I'm like, remembering that my dad told me the same shit. These guys can't sing like the OJs, So it's just, I think it's just a part of life, dude. It's.
Do you think it's just
that
do you think it's we just got old, man? Do you think we got old and it's the get off my lawn thing, or do you think it's actually stupid? Like I watched a kid.
I think it's both. I think it's both.
Okay. Because
I think that we are that.
I got physically mad the other day. Like seriously, I was at a park. Kid gets out the car, and the kid has flying nun. You know the flying nun? That's aging me too. But he has his hair is blow dried up on both sides, like it looks like it's been curling iron. He looks like the quintessential Karen that they put on the internet.
Oh my God.
And it's all like wings on the side and wings in the back, and then it's completely flat on top. And as he gets out, he's fixing it like so it's a loop outside of his head. And you know, I mean, the industry that I was in and you know, having a background in that, I felt that I could talk on it. But I'm you know, when I talked about it to my family, I was talking about my son. He was like, "Okay, Unc. Okay, Unc." You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, yep. I get the same treatment. And you know, I think it's a combination of both things. I think that we're experiencing like a significant departure from what we were used to in the past. And I also think it's at the same time, at least I'm having the realization that I am also, you know, I am a hunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that you kind of have to, I think you still call shit out, but you also have to kind of check yourself a little too, that you're also a hunk.
I think it's...
And so as an unk, we're predisposed to talk some shit about some stuff that's different than it used to be when we were young, man. It's like a condition, you know? Like we were afflicted with that shit. And now it's like, oh man, this music here, this ain't like when Run DMC used to be rapping. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, I think it's a combination of things. I think that it is indeed we're being triggered by things changing, and we also have a really bad case of unk status, dude.
Yeah, I think it's hard to accept that part, to realize that, you know, that I am talking to my son about, you know, because I even right now I'm wearing a track jacket that probably Run DMC would wear, and in my head I'm like, oh yeah, got that, and my son is probably looking at me like, Pop, why are you wearing something that's 50 years old?
Yeah,
but
that's facts.
In my head I'm thinking, man, this is it. Like you don't even know. And because and this happened to me. Maddox was going to Knott's Berry Farm today, and he was like, I want a zip hoodie, Dad. I need a zip hoodie. And I was like, I got a zip hoodie. And I went in and I grabbed one that, you know, was a little small on me, and I knew he's getting a little bigger, so I figured it would fit him, and it fit him perfect. And then he looked at himself. He did that blue steel in the mirror. You know what I'm talking about? You know that look.
Yep.
He did that blue steel. I think he even at night in his pajamas put on some, sprayed on some cologne while he looked at himself in the mirror. And then he, you know, moved his hair around a little bit, gave that blue steel look, and then he just left that hoodie right on the floor.
Yep.
That's a tough one.
Hey man, you just gotta lean into it, dude. Embrace it.
Hey, you need to embrace that shag haircut that I sent you yesterday.
I will not. I will not do that.
How strong was that one?
That was probably one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life. You know, and honestly, the amount of time that's put into that masterwork of hedging, like that dude ain't a barber, he's a goddamn gardener. Because he literally was like trimming a hedge, man. That's what it looked like.
Oh my gosh.
It's like he got that giant pair of scissors that our dad used to use on the bushes in the yard, dude.
Yeah. It was bad, dude. It was bad. And even worse though, the paint on hairline is something that I think has triggered you for a while. Do you think that that's an unk thing, or do you think that that's a, that you're justified in your mentality?
Oh, that's completely justified. Once you become so fearful of male pattern hair loss that you will crack out a can of spray paint and shake that bitch up and apply it to your fucking head, I think it should be mandatory that like you have to have your head they get cream hair remover and apply it to your head so that you just are straight bald.
Do you think that we should impose like fines? You know what I'm saying? Like the NBA, if you're outside of, NBA, NFL, MLB, you should get fined. I think you should get fined if you do something like that.
Yeah, I think you should get fined.
Yeah. What about?
I think there should be a fine, and there should also be mandatory public ridicule.
Because I see it on the beard. I was telling you before where I sat with a guy and he had his whole face painted. Like there was very little hair, but he had all his whole face, his whole beard, and his mustache painted in. And it was so hard to have a conversation. I wonder what women's, thought is. And this happened to Brooke a couple years ago. One of her friends went to the airport, right? She dropped her man off at the airport. She comes back. Mm-hmm. And Brooke and her friend are kind of giving her the business, and they're like, did you make out with the boy? And she's like, oh, no, I didn't make out with the boy. And they're like, are you sure you didn't make out with the boy? And they were asking her because his beard was smudged all over her face.
It's terrible, man. That is, yeah, no. I don't understand that, man. I shave my head. I keep my hair very short on purpose because I ain't trying to be a guy that cracks out the paint can and leaves smudges everywhere I go. Like you could follow my entire day's worth of movement by how I'm tracking spray paint off my dome.
I think the funniest one was the Jaylen Brown.
That was pretty bad.
The Jaylen Brown one was awesome. I mean, to see him, rub up against somebody and do that, I thought was hilarious.
It was hysterical. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just learning to embrace my unk status, dude. And I'm not ashamed to complain about some shit, because now I got a built-in excuse. So I'll be like, I'm old, man.
I
don't like that.
I think the thing that's getting me the most right now, seriously, is the NBA. I mean, I'm just such a fan of the playoffs and seeing that happen, the flopping stuff happen, the acting stuff. When I talk to other sports fans, they're like, well, it's been happening in soccer for years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think soccer was the beginning of it?
I don't know, man. I haven't really followed soccer.
Yeah.
Like on a level to where I would give a shit one way or the other. No disrespect, soccer fans, but yeah, I don't know, man. But I've seen tons of, soccer acting, but I never, I just chalked it up.
Well, I know you got to get to work, man. I appreciate you.
Sir.
I think I'm going to actually get in I'm going to get in some golfing today. It's Brooklyn's birthday today,
nice.
Too, so shoot her a text.
Happy birthday, Brooklyn. Love you.
She's the greatest, so I love you, man. Keep being unk. Let's figure out how this flopping stuff can happen or stop in the NBA.
Absolutely, dude. Love you, man.
Love you too, buddy. Okay.
Peace.
All right, peace. Let's see if we could get one more of my friends. this young man was on the other day, and he told me he would answer the phone when I called him. So let's see if Gil, 18-year veteran, retired recently, but is a massive.
What's up, Kelly?
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Oh, another beautiful day in paradise. Just got back from DC.
That's
I was
perfect.
actually watching you.
You're watching me?
Yeah.
You're live right now. You know that, right?
Well, hello, everybody, again.
Yeah. Gil, I got in trouble this morning, though, man.
I heard. I saw the email.
Yeah, man. I got in trouble, dude.
I didn't say anything because I was like, it's not about me, right? It's about the message.
I
it's
switched
about
it up,
what
though.
we were talking about.
I switched it
no,
up.
I know.
Though.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
No,
how's it going?
Huge shout out to Meg. Really good, man. Really, really good. I was just talking to Will. What is your weigh in on the flopping thing in the NBA?
Man, I saw a post the other day, and it was like they were saying that it should flopping should be like you should get it should be more than just I think it's a Tech 1, right?
I don't know. Is it a Tech 1? But they're not calling it. That's the challenge.
Yeah. I hate it. And I'm a big LeBron fan, but LeBron was like the beginning of the flopping thing. Kids grew up, started seeing that, and we're like, oh, you know what? I can get away with this. I can get an and one, or I can get two shots from the free throw.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing right now. And it's sad to say, but I guess it's a part of the game now.
Who do you think will? Do you think OKC will take it, or the Spurs will take it?
If Wemby plays like trash, like he did the other day, he played like he was 5'8", and I'm 5'8". But either way, I think either one of them is going to have a tough time against the Knicks.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the Knicks have built a really good squad. I really thought last year they might have pulled it out, but this year I think it's theirs for the taking. Honestly,
really,
the momentum's on their side.
Yeah,
they swept Philly, unfortunately. I think it's theirs for the taking.
Well, I hope I would like to see the Spurs go, because I think that it would be a cool throwback. That's what Willie and I were talking about. Is, just a throwback to I think that it would be tough defense. I think that, I mean, not to say that there's not going to be flopping, but it's I think it's going to be a harder played game.
Yeah,
I think so.
And I mean, the throwback thing, it'd be great. It'd be like back in the day with Ewing and the Admiral, David Robertson.
Yeah,
those guys. Yeah, but the flopping, it's just too prevalent in the game right now, and it kind of makes it sometimes unwatchable. Yeah, but it's playoff basketball. It's must see TV.
Absolutely. Hey, at what age do you become? Willie and I were talking about it, where we became unk in certain areas, right? So we're like, kind of get off my lawn in areas. You're a young guy. You're a very young dude.
Right.
Have you got to the get off my lawn yet? Or are you still looking at people like myself and saying, unk, you need to come into today?
So it's funny. I was literally having this conversation in DC with some of the people I met, and my last duty station was in Camp Pendleton on the air station, but the one before that, I was in Beaufort, South Carolina, and one of my peers that I worked with was actually one of my instructors when I was in my job school, and he was unk. He was, old, and like he had been around the Marine Corps, 20 years, and and I would always make fun of him for it. Like for his birthday that year, I was like, hey man, he was probably like 38, 39. For his birthday that year, I was like, happy birthday. Let me know how Social Security is, while on active duty. Well, I transferred to Camp Pendleton in 23, and immediately I was Unc. I was the old gunnery sergeant. Everybody was saying, a gunny, watch the knees going up the stairs, the elevator works. It was so fast. It happened so fast. And I'm not that old, I'm 36. I just turned 36 a couple weeks ago.
I think it's amazing too, Gil, that you're 36 years old and you're already retired from the Marines. That's amazing, man.
It's nice. It really is nice. And even if I would have done 20, it would have been 38.
Yeah.
And it definitely helps me out. Like even now, like where I work at Working Capital Marketplace, I'm the oldest guy in the office. And so a lot of these guys come to me for like advice and, just life things, so Unc in that sense, where I'm the old sage wise man, which is awesome. I love that. I love playing that, like mentor, Mr. Miyagi, type role.
Yeah. What do you find in your industry now? What skills did you see transfer over, and what was the learning curve for you going into? Because you guys now create capital for small business. So you guys are able to do that, and you guys do it at the highest level. What was the learning curve for you? Yeah.
So my role right now is I'm the recruiting and HR like specialist. And so I took a lot of the things that I learned in the Marine Corps, like my attention to detail, assessing talent, to where I'm at now. Like you said, we're a smaller finance services firm, and our mission is to help small businesses access capital, and we're doing that not only by partnering with a lot of lenders and funders, but by acquiring the right talent, right? Mm-hmm. And so, day one, I came in guns blazing. By day two, I was already holding phone interviews. In my first month, we had 3 new hires. Now, these new hires were young guys that had never been in the industry, no experience. In month 2, last month, all 3 of them were in the top 5 of, the, generated revenue for the company, right? When I spoke to the leadership, they were like, that's what we're looking for. It's kind of unheard of to hire a class of sales professionals and to have all of them here 90 days later. Not only here 90 days later, but also, producing to the level that, some of the sales guys haven't gotten to or won't get to, right? Yeah. And so, I really do feel like that's a testament to being and working around the talent that I did while I served, especially in the Marine Corps. Like, not to toot the Marine Corps' horn, but it is the Marine Corps. We are the few, the proud, and so I've taken that mentality with me, into the corporate world, and it's these guys have seen success. I was able to see the potential, and these guys are now in 3 months are closing their own deals. They're helping these clients, if they're not qualified, get qualified. Funding, really big deals to help these small businesses either grow or stay afloat or expand or acquire inventory, whatever it is that small businesses are trying to do. These guys are definitely there helping them achieve their goals, through a really good financial vehicle, right?
what are some of the missteps that businesses make because here's the case is learning it through the hard knocks part, but being around mentors. I remember one of the first times that I heard it was one of the biggest challenges with small businesses. One of the very biggest is just cash flow, right? Is understanding that part, because if the cash flow shuts off, people get constricted and they have challenges that way. Accessing capital is not something that is a normal thing that is taught to business owners. But what are some of the missteps, that could be solved really, really quick based off of what you guys are doing?
So what the leadership learned in their time in the industry is that one of the biggest deterrents for small businesses is access to that capital, like you were saying.
Yeah.
And so what happens a lot of the times is they'll go to these banks and these bigger institutions, and they'll apply for loans or apply for a line of credit. And 30, 60, 90 days down the line, they'll get, their, the decision letter. And most of the time it's not approved because a lot of the banks want to work with, these bigger companies, bigger, cash flows, bigger revenue. And so what we do here at Working Capital Marketplace is we've partnered with a bunch of lenders and funders. And we take a personal approach in terms of getting to know our clients, getting to know, what they need the cash flow for, what they need the working cap for, and we're able to kind of provide it to them on demand. I've seen clients call in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and looking to just to pay their payroll. I've seen them calling at 8 o'clock in the morning. We've been able to get on the horn with some of these lenders and funders, and not just, on paper, just send it up, but actually talk to these lenders and funders personally and be like, hey, like, this is the story behind what's on the black and white. And we're able to work with these lenders and funders on a personal level to be able to help these clients and help them within 24 to 48 hours.
Wow.
And so again, a lot of the time they start out at the banks, and the banks, 30, 60, 90 days come back and they're like, no, we don't want to work with you. And not only that, the business world moves fast, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these companies don't have the 30, 60, 90 days to wait for approvals or denials. They need the cash, and they need the cash on demand. And so that's what we do here at Working Capital Marketplace. And we've been able to help so many different businesses. And not only that, I think the biggest compliment in terms of how we do business is how much of our business or our clients come back to us later on down the line. Our renewals department is, off the hook. Continuing to fund, some of these, a lot of these businesses that have come in prior, and because of the services that we provide and how we provide it, they come back. And so, what we're doing here is helping these clients continue to achieve their dreams. Is what I boil it down to.
How are you going to help your Philadelphia Eagles accomplish their dream? Because you guys, you guys are retooling. Am I correct? You guys retooling?
Jury's still out. January or June 1st. We'll see.
Is it a victory to you, Gil? Is it a victory to you if you just beat the Dallas Cowboys? Like if you went 2 and let's call it 2-15. Because there's 17
and all
games.
we did was beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, would that be a successful season?
That was a winning season.
That's a winning season.
That was a winning season. That's a winning season. The Cowboys. They're not. I hope I never see them win a Super Bowl in my lifetime ever again. If I go to the grave and the Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since, what was it, 96?
Yeah, I think it was.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I ain't go meet my maker happy. But the Eagles, with the new offensive scheme that they're gonna run this year, the new offensive coordinator, I think it's gonna play to Jalen's strengths. I believe in Jalen.
Yeah.
AJ Brown, it's a love-hate thing with him. I appreciate what he did for us, in our runs. But if you don't have a passion to play, like Philly's a hard city to play in.
Yeah.
We saw it with Ben Simmons on the Sixers.
Oh man.
We saw it. Yeah, we saw it with, a bunch of other athletes. We saw it with, there was Carlos Santana was a first baseman for the Phillies in 2018, and they just couldn't play in Philly. It's not for everybody. That's why when we signed Bryce Harper in the Phillies, he was the perfect sign for the Phillies because he can play in that environment. He thrives in that environment where if you suck, they're going to boo you, and if you're good, they're going to cheer you on. And so, the Eagles, I think they had a really good draft. I think the signings that they've made so far this offseason, especially defensively, have been really good. I think they got a shot again, and if they do, I went to the parade for the last one. I don't think I'll ever do that again. It was too crazy. It was crazy in a good way.
I wonder what will happen if the Knicks win the championship. This is the thing.
Oh, it's going to be insane.
But here's the thing:
it's
like,
insane.
why? I don't understand it. I mean, obviously, you want to celebrate, you want to do the things, but why is it a lot of times the city will get destroyed? Like, that things will happen. I mean, I would say if my team, if as a coach or whatever it is, if my team wins and that's my city, I want to celebrate, but I don't want things to go the opposite way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think there's a fine line between passion and vandalism, right? And I don't think we've learned that in Philadelphia, so I would probably not be the best one to, speak on that subject. But there's been a drought in New York,
Oh yeah.
I think the last championship was WNBA. The Liberty won 2 years ago. But
hold on. I know I'm going to get in trouble for this. Do we count that one?
It's a professional sport. I think you have to.
Okay.
And as girl dads, we have to. I think I've gone to a bunch of WNBA games out here in LA. But I think you have to. I think
Kelsey Plum is my favorite.
See,
are you not a fan?
I am. Like, if it's on TV, I'll watch it, right? Like,
okay.
If I'm scrolling through the channels, I'll watch because I want my daughter to have, like, she wants to get into sports a lot. And so I want my daughter to see that. So we'll go to some Waves games, for soccer because she wants to play soccer.
Yeah.
But she loves basketball as well. So, we watch. Kelsey Plum is great.
Have you got to see Caitlin play?
Caitlin is amazing.
Oh, she's phenomenal.
Amazing. I think she has the chance to be the Michael Jordan of the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, for her to be remembered, I mean, she's got a shoe line already. Like, come on. Yeah. Like, it's crazy, right? And they're expanding. Philly's getting a team, so you already know.
Uh-oh.
I told you, I'm a diehard Philly team, Philly sports. So I'm in. We're just waiting on the reveal of the name, and once we get that and the reveal of the jerseys, I'm getting a jersey.
Do you despise all Texas teams, or is it just the Dallas Cowboys?
No, in football, it's just the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
But each sport has its rivalries, right? Like, so for baseball, we hate the Mets. For hockey, we hate Pittsburgh and Boston. In Jersey, the New Jersey Devils, they're right down the road. It just depends on the sport, right? Like, I'm not a a Braves fan either. You know, they're division rivals. Even though when I was stationed in South Carolina, we caught like 12, Braves games because my cousin lived an hour down the road. So we just, we'd go spend the weekend with him and catch a game if we could, right?
Yeah.
It's all dependent on, what sport I'm watching.
Well, I think if you really look at it, and this is, I wouldn't say subjective. I just think this is just facts. If you look at the Tennessee Titans going 17-0 this year, home field through the playoffs, and then winning the Super Bowl, it's pretty much a lock. If we're just talking like reality, you know what I'm saying? Like bare bones,
Kelly,
reality, no emotion, but just
whatever you would just ingested, I want some of that. I want some of that because that opium is real.
Hey, this fandom.
All I know,
this fandom is real, man.
All I know is that what is it? Week 2, week 3? We're playing you guys in Nashville.
It's week 2, baby. Gil, should we do it?
Yeah, 100%.
Should we do it?
I'm down if you're down.
What I need to do is I need to get my buddy Willy, because my buddy Will that was just on, he's my best friend since 4th grade, and he's a massive Philadelphia fan.
Is he?
And my buddy Dave, you know who he just ran into in Vegas the other day? Randall Cunningham.
Who's that? The GOAT.
Yes. So
Number 12.
Oh man. He's a pastor now.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So
I do. He's
that would be a great game to go to, because like I said, the dominance that the Tennessee Titans have shown throughout the years, probably one of the greatest organizations of all time. I would say, I think that pretty much it's going to be the first franchise to ever go in the Hall of Fame.
You know what, Kelly? I love you too much. Friends tell friends the truth.
See, you're speechless. That's the thing, Gil, is you were speechless.
No, I need you to get help. All right, Kelly. I need you to talk to somebody, because that's verging on Dallas Cowboys level of delusion. I will say, them moving from Houston and having the success they did after moving from Houston, was insane. With Steve McNair and those guys, but you haven't seen it since. If they kind of fumbled it with Derrick Henry, and they had a really good squad in, what was it, 17?
Haven't you ever seen, when you play pool, Gil? You have to play pool. You're in the Marines.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When you play pool, you don't only play offense. You sometimes play defense.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. You play for that next shot. And what we've been doing over the past probably 20 years is we've just been setting ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? We've just been setting ourselves up for that championship run, because
you're playing the long game.
We're playing the long game. We don't even have to worry about a season for us. We're not thinking about the season. We're thinking about the legacy. That's what I'm talking about. And so when I think about it, who was the last team to beat Tom Brady in New England?
The Eagles.
No, it wasn't.
In the Super Bowl it was.
No, but I'm saying Tom Brady, the last game that he played with the Patriots was against the Tennessee Titans, and he threw a pick six, and so
they lost to the Titans.
They lost to the Titans, and so we retired one of the greatest men, one of the greatest football players of all time. And when Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson, Gil, who was champion?
It was Buster Douglas.
Okay, so if we beat the greatest of all time, that means that we're the greatest of all time. That's NFL math right there, baby.
You are the master of spin, Kelly.
It's called NFL. It's called NFL math, because, like I said, if you take Buster Douglas, he fought Mike Tyson. When he beat him, he was the GOAT. He was the man. He was the champion. He took the belt. And if he retired, so when Tannehill beat Tom Brady, it could be argued that Tannehill went down as the greatest quarterback of all time.
I'm telling you, Kelly. I see now. I'm glad I'm getting to see the side of you.
Yeah.
Because I can help you with this. Okay. Like I've learned to live with like sports depression is what I call it. And this is a fantastic way to cope.
But I'm saying, like, if you just look at the uniforms, you look at the uniforms, number one uniforms in the NFL.
You
know what I'm saying? Like we got the revamp. We got the revamp. I mean, they're looking so crispy.
You think that's better? You think that's better than the Kelly Green? Than Philadelphia Kelly Green?
No imagination, man. You know what I mean? I mean,
are you kidding?
Like, if you
we just talked about Randall Cunningham.
If you think about like second, second is good. Like second is good for you. You know what I mean? Like
it's still on the podium.
It's
still
honorable.
On the podium?
Yeah, it's honorable. You get a medal. You know what I mean? I mean, no one's really talking about you as far as like the future, but because when we really look, when you objectively look at the NFL, I mean, the top of the mountain, and we don't even have to say their name. We don't even have to say their name. It's just them, and then kind of everybody else kind of fights for whatever they need.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree, Kelly, because there's nothing like the Kelly Green. I'm telling you, that Kelly Green is iconic.
Are you guys? Do you guys wear it 2 times this season?
No, so we usually. I think last year we wore it 5 times.
Okay.
I know Jalen Hurts wants to bring back the white with the Kelly Green.
Ooh.
That, like the old school, like Reggie White and Kelly Green, And so I think if we did that and just brought it back full time, I think we would have the best jersey combinations in the league.
Well, I mean, and here it goes back to, right? It circles back to, do you feel that you and I, because like me feel, well, it's not a feeling, it's just a fact that the Tennessee Titans have the best uniforms this year with the revamp.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's just a given. I mean, the ballot's already casted. You know what I'm saying? We got the trophy. We're in.
Gotcha.
And you with the Kelly Green, do you think this is a get off my lawn kind of scenario? Do you think we're unks in this situation?
It's got to be. It's got to be, because so many people love the new schemes of, like, especially like the midnight green, for us, and the all blacks. Like, we have a blacked out, and those are clean. Love them. But there's nothing like the Kelly Green for me. I want them to bring them back full time. I think those jerseys, they're just iconic, And yeah, we never won anything, from the 50s on up until 2017. But those Kelly Green jerseys, like, you see a Kelly Green jersey, it's a Philadelphia Eagles jersey. Whereas, I don't know the exact name of the blue for the Titans. What is that called? I know there's like a specific name.
Love You Blue, man.
Love You Blue.
Love You Blue.
There's so many teams that have had that color scheme throughout the years. You'd have to kind of be like, oh, is that a Titans jersey? Is that an Oilers jersey? Is that,
I believe, I know that you're on right now, you're watching, so you can look right behind me. You can see that Oilers iconic helmet behind me.
Yeah.
You can see Steve McNair. You can see the white hat. You can see the Eddie George ball back there. This is all.
Yeah.
I mean, this is on loan from the Smithsonian. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the level. When you have Oilers things, I even have armed guards at the studio here to make sure that people from all over don't come in and try and take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you're charging to come into the studio is what you're telling me.
No, I just have it locked down. We got to have security because this type of memorabilia, man, when you're talking Oilers and you're talking Titans, we're talking royalty.
Now let me ask you, if they won the Super Bowl, are you heading to Nashville for the parade?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I'll never do it again in Philadelphia. Maybe if the Phillies win a World Series, but it was such a great experience to have.
Yeah.
You know, to be with the fandom, to see, you know, the city I was born in that like light. Even though there was some, you know, tragic things that happened, you know, throughout that, you know, couple days, but to see like so I flew out from San Diego, flew to Vegas, and I knew I was at the right gate to fly to Philadelphia because everybody was wearing something Eagles.
That's
Everywhere
such a
you
cool
went,
feeling. Such a cool feeling.
like I didn't even have to look at the number. I just saw Kelly Green, Midnight Green. I saw the Eagle everywhere. They were singing Eagle, you know, Fly Eagles Fly and Go Birds. Like everywhere you went in Philly, the 3 days I was there, everybody was like, Go Birds. That was the greeting. It's like Alabama with the Roll Tide thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was such a good experience, but this is where one of those, you know, this is one of those Unk moments, right? Where, you know, I had the Danny Griggs moment from Lethal Weapon, where I was like, I'm too old for this, you know? And so I did it once. I had a blast. I was with my cousins, with my uncle. Like it was a blast. But unless the Phillies win the World Series, I'll probably never do it again.
I would like to. I think I would do it. In '99, I had the opportunity to buy Super Bowl tickets. It was against the Rams, and my brother's team was the Rams, Rams. And so I didn't, I paused on it and I didn't do it. And
You should have.
I should have done that, but
You should have.
and that game is still under protest, because I feel that, 1 yard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't really matter. And it was
a game of inches.
It was a technical call. You know what I mean? I mean,
it was a technical
some
call,
people feel that it was a touchdown. Some people feel that it wasn't. I mean, it's still, out there. It's still out there.
If the tip of the ball doesn't cross the wide of the end zone, yeah, I mean, it did, but it was after the knee went down.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all, it's
uh-huh.
opinion at this point, and you could go either way. I mean, I obviously feel that,
Well, it's funny because that's how I feel about the call, the pass interference call when we played the Chiefs the first time.
Oh well, that was 100%. You're absolutely right in that. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
It was, I've learned to cope with it. And, it wasn't meant to be. It was meant for a bigger story.
Yeah.
And then the beatdown that we put
goodness.
That beatdown we put on the Chiefs. I couldn't have scripted it any better.
That was, that was one of those things where you and I talked about it on the golf course where that first play, I was like, oh man, the fix is in.
Because of the pass or the OPI on AJ.
Awful.
But when they went on offense, when Pat Mahomes came out and that first play, that was the only first down they had in the first half. After that,
crazy.
Pat Mahomes was scrambling for his life.
That was,
you've never seen, like, even when they lost to the Bucks and Tom Brady, he didn't look that bad.
Yeah.
And the only reason they scored as many points as they did was because we were playing practice squad guys at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett closed out the game for us.
I mean, that was a beatdown. That was so, because one of my best friends, his name is Dave, and then Will. Mm-hmm. So those are my two best friends. And those two, I had them on the podcast before the Super Bowl, and both of them were being nice to each other. Because one is a Chiefs fan, Dave is a Chiefs fan, and Will is a Eagles fan. They were being nice to each other, and then I got off the phone. We got off the podcast, and I called Will and I said, "How do you really feel?" And he was like, "We're gonna stick him. We're gonna stick it to him." And he said, "Mark my words."
You know what was crazy about that week is that whole week leading up to the Super Bowl, the media your general fandom was giving no chance to the Eagles.
None.
They said it was going to be a repeat. The only ones that like really like I had said all week, I was like, we're going to blow them out, and that's not a like overconfidence or me talking smack. Like,
Yeah.
just stacking up the teams how they were. I was like, there's no way they're going to do anything against us. And so I watch, a lot of the sports shows in the mornings, and Nick Wilde from Fox Sports One and his show, he said the same thing. He's like, the only ones that were giving him a shot was Eagles fans, and every Eagles fan you talked to said they were going to blow him out, and they got blown out.
Oh my gosh.
So as soon as it happened, I bought my plane tickets, and I was in Philadelphia, 3 days later.
It was unreal, man. That was such a cool time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you golfing today or what?
No, I'm actually working.
Oh, you are. Okay.
We're interviewing we're looking for a marketing specialist. So if you're in the Southern California area and you're looking for a marketing position with a great company that's looking to grow the right way, hit me up. You can find me on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Well, I'll put your and I'm going to spell it right this time too. I apologize. It was an E. It was an E as opposed to a O, and we got that.
Yeah.
What about the impact of AMU and SVA too? By the way, we need to give a huge shout out to them and Meg.
100%.
Yeah.
AMU was able to facilitate my education in a fashion that it didn't interfere with my work. It didn't interfere with my regular life. I decided to go back to school, and I had 6-month-old twins at the house.
Wow.
And what helped facilitate that even more was knowing that I had an organization like Student Veterans of America. They had my back. They gave me a support system. They gave me an outlet to kind of talk to people who have already been through what I was going through, and giving me advice and kind of helping me along. And that's why for me, anytime anybody asks, where should I go to school? AMU, one, they give you, for your service, your time in service, they give you the most bang for your buck, right? They take your military service and what you've done and the certifications you've gotten, and they incorporate that into, what you've already done, into your degree plan, right? And so at the end of my credit evaluation, I ended up having 75 credits towards a 120 credit bachelor's degree, just based off of what I had already done in the Marine Corps.
Wow.
So I ended up only having to take 15 classes, of which I took 12 because I did what's called the college level examination program, which, if it's a class that you already kind of know, or like a subject you already know, like I did it with Spanish, right? I was able to take a test, and with that test, as long as you get a certain score, you don't have to take that class. They give you the credit for it. And so I was able to do that with 3 of my classes, which shortened my college journey. And so it was great. And even after graduation, like, they've been very supportive. The team that the SVU has, or the SVA has at AMU, and Nick right now, and Tommy Hendler and Lauren, and those guys, they want to grow the chapter, and they want to expose the university the right way. And anything that I can do, like shamelessly plugging on Kelly Cardenas's podcast, I'll do it. I'll do it because they sorry.
No, they're awesome people. They're amazing people. And it's been so cool to be able to, AMU, for those of you who don't know, the acronym is American Military University and Student Veterans Association. And with those two, they're just, when I became aware of them, Gil, it blew my mind because there's so much that's available that's not being taken advantage of. You know what I mean? To take advantage,
100%.
if you are active duty, make sure you get connected with it. Get connected with your local chapter, and you know, Gil, you're an incredible human, man.
I right back at you, Kelly. I'll tell you, I've known you a short amount of time, but I've been able to learn so much off you, not just about life and business, but about, you know, spiritually and connecting with God and how we connect with God and how we connect business and God and faith. And I'll never have enough words to express, you know, what I feel, and you know, I appreciate you and what you're doing now for, you know, the veteran community. It's insane. You know, we have nothing but great things to say about you, and you know, I'm excited to continue growing this relationship, not because of anything else. You know, it's cool being on a podcast. Like you pop my cherry. But you know, just getting to know you, like you were, it's funny because like you see people in social media, and like you see them on, you know, on the screens, but when you see them in real life, they're a completely different person. You are the same dude that we see on the screen, and it's insane. And I love it. I love everything about you, Kelly, and you know, I can't wait to, you know, continue growing this relationship, man.
I appreciate it, man. And this means that, you know, with those things, and that means the world. Your words mean the world. And what I take it as, you know, Gil, is that you agree that Tennessee Titans are the greatest organization of all time. That's what I take from it. As I listen, you know what I mean? You
It's grade A level cope.
Yeah.
That is grade A level cope.
Well, it's one of those things where you could kind of glean like the wisdom from the words, and I hear it, and I hear you loud and clear that, you know, Ryan Tannehill, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
You're reading between the lines.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do.
Okay.
That's what greatness does. You know what I mean? And we got to make sure that we understand.
Here's what I'll say is, if we can't make it out to Nashville for the game, we at least need to do something.
We got to hang. We got to we got to put the gentleman's bet on it. You know, you have to wear a Titans jersey, or I have to wear a Eagles jersey. I'm in.
Yeah. And I got plenty in your size too, so you know.
Oh, Titans jerseys?
Just no Eagles jerseys.
Oh,
Eagles jerseys. I got a Kelly. You know what? I got a Kelly Green one for you too.
Well, that's a good name. It's a good first name.
I got yeah, exactly, a Kelly Green one.
Hey, did you see the? Did the podcast come up live on your YouTube, or was it on Instagram?
No, I'm subscribed on Substack.
Oh,
and
you
so
are?
the Substack notification came through. And it always does. It's just there's times where I kind of can't because I'm in the middle of interviews or like, you know, things like that. But today I was, you know, kind of catching up on, you know, old applications that came through this week that I just I wasn't able to get a chance to get to. But
that's cool.
Yeah, so I was listening, and I was about to make a phone call, but you called me.
Well,
I told you when you call, I'm picking up.
Oh, I appreciate
it.
And
that's not just for you. That's for everybody.
Well, I appreciate it, man. What was I about to say? Your boy Franklin, though, Franklin Vanderbilt he's going to be in the studio next Friday. So he's coming down.
Yeah.
And he, you know, drumming for Lenny for 15 years, working with Stevie Wonder, Shaka Khan, many others, Alan Parsons. His new album is dropping.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be really, really cool to have him in the studio too.
I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be cool, man. Well, hey, dude, enjoy the day. Tell the crew that you work with they're lucky to have you. Tell me the rank. What was the rank when you retired from the Marines?
I was a gunnery sergeant.
Gunnery sergeant. Got it.
Yeah, gunny for short.
Gunny for short. I'm learning all the terminology, man.
Yeah,
I'm learning it.
Like when you talk to Nick, his rank is Master Sergeant.
Yeah.
But one of the nicknames we have for Master Sergeant, well, the nickname we have for Master Sergeant is Top.
Okay.
Because back in the day, Master Sergeant was the top rank you could get.
Got it.
And so they started calling people, you know, at the rank of Master Sergeant Top. So when you talk to them, just be like, "Hey, what's up, Top?"
Okay. Hey, is it? I've been asking my friends. I just got my my dad's Air Force jacket. Right. So my dad
Okay.
was quite a bit smaller than me, but I just had it altered so I can wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a disrespectful thing?
Is it a uniform item?
It's a fatigue, like it's a fatigue jacket.
So I would steer away.
Really?
I would be the simple fact that like the what we have to do to earn the right to wear the uniform, the sacrifice that it takes, there's like a lot of symbolism behind it, right? And so I always steer my friends clear of like wearing uniform items. What I would suggest you do is create a beautiful display.
Okay.
Where you can honor him in that way, you know, put his uniform in there.
Yeah.
And honor him in that way. I wouldn't suggest you wear a uniform item.
Okay.
Just because of the simple fact that like of what we kind of sacrificed in order to wear that, right? And so I would create that display and kind of honor him in that way, you know.
Well, that's awesome. It's awesome to hear. That's why I wanted to ask, is because, you know, I had it. I've had it, and it's actually, I don't know if you've seen it in the studio, but it's been on the chair behind me, and it's there. But I want to I'll put it into a like a shadow box kind of scenario.
And you know who'd be good at doing a shadow box with like awards and like the uniform pieces? Mm-hmm. I'll send you pictures later. Gil Munoz did my retirement plaque.
Really? And
it's a coffee table with my uniforms in it, my medals, and my challenge coins that I've gotten throughout the years.
Oh, wow.
I'll send you pictures of it later on. It's beautiful.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to have Gil on too. At some point.
Great guy.
Really cool guy.
You have to hear our story, mine and his story.
Well, let's get you guys both in the studio together.
Yeah, Gil and I go back. We were roommates in MLS school, in job school, in our job school, and we hated each other. And now he's one of my best friends.
Wow.
God has a sense of humor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why he made the Eagles.
But you got to hear that story. That's a great story.
Okay. Well, let's get you. We'll have both of you guys in the studio. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, you got to check out the history box from yesterday. It was unreal.
I haven't gotten a chance to yet, and that was one of the things that I'm gonna put on my commute back home today. And listen to that. I heard it was a great podcast. As a matter of fact, I was listening and she was getting tattooed.
Oh man, she's awesome too. She is DanceMusicDiva, you know, because she's the manager of the Jungle Brothers. And so she's unbelievable. But I just did the history box with Craig Gottlieb. So, you know, former Marine.
But
dude, he brings
History
in,
Channel, right?
Yeah, so he brings in World War II ammo box and has it filled with different artifacts, and then we open it up, and I don't know what it is, and then he breaks the things down. And yesterday, the 2 artifacts, dude, blow your mind.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's cool.
I gotta check it out.
Well, get back to work, man. Happy Friday to you.
I appreciate you, Kelly. You have a great rest of your day. I mean, we're talking in a couple weeks anyway, so
yeah. You're going to be in studio, which will be cool. I've got. Is it a day off for you?
I'll be off that morning, and then I'll work from home the rest of the day.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure. Well, I was about to say that we'll have the Cardenas Legacy Tequila for you, but you're going to have to work for the rest of the day. So maybe you could take a little sip.
I'm stopping by a Total Wine today. And getting a bottle and sending Chris the picture.
He's the man. He is the man.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, I appreciate it, Kelly. Have a great rest of your day, and just keep being you, man.
Thank you. Love you, buddy.
I love you, brother.
Go Titans. Yep. Go Titans,
bud.
All right.
Go Birds. Go Birds. All right.
You're awesome, man. That was Gunnery Sergeant Gil Rosado, retired Marine, absolutely phenomenal guy. Even though he's a Philly fan, he's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. We'll let him go on that one. It's been another episode of You Have to Meet My Friends, where we go live and we call my friends randomly. We got to talk to Dance Music Diva, who's the she doesn't like to go by her last name, but Aimee, you're out there, and I'm so appreciative of your friendship. She's the manager of the Jungle Brothers, and but just an unbelievable human being. If you get the chance to be able to watch her episode, you'll absolutely love it. Got to talk to my best friend Will from 4th grade. Got to chop it up about the NBA, about hairlines, and about being an unk, and then Gunnery Sergeant, retired Marine Gil Rosado. And Meg, I will spell it right. And if you get the opportunity, if you're active duty military, check out the American Military University and the Student Veterans Association. I became an honorary ambassador recently. And lastly is the Vibe Essentials are on their way. You guys have been seeing the advertisement for it. It's coming soon. We're going to be dropping the collection. So there is 2 T-shirts, 2 hoodies, and 1 pair of pants that we have that's coming out, and that's just the beginning. So hopefully you guys have a phenomenal day. Thank you all for all of your support. My name is Kelly Cardenas, and I'm officially off the hot seat. Peace, love, and so.
Yeah. And this the vibe that raised us, made us, saved us. Love so strong that the hard times praised us. From base life roots to the freeway nights, we turn small grooves into launch pad flights. Yeah, this the vibe that raised us, made us, saved us. Love so strong that the hard times praised us. From base life roots to the freeway nights, we turn small rooms into launch